Hello, beautiful people. I am Alexie. I am a licensed professional counselor in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, as well as an online life coach and educator. I welcome you to my channel and welcome to this video. I am coming to you live from my living room. Fun little fact, I live in an RV trailer out in the country, so you get to enjoy the beautiful nature behind us. And we're having a beautiful sunshiny day. We've had so much rain here lately, so it's so nice to have some sunshine today, and can't wait to get out into the sunshine after our little talk here today. So I briefly wanted to talk about something that I have seen as a common theme. I've seen a lot of people kind of talking about it online, and I actually have had this come up in some people's lives in my personal life as well. So we've been having conversations around this. So I thought I would get on here and just kind of talk about it a little bit and kind of share maybe my process, and hopefully my process will help encourage you and help you kind of create your own process for dealing with this thing when it comes up. So there's this fun little trend where people are they tend to get on their keyboard and they tend to say things that they wouldn't normally say in person, or maybe they are the type of person who would say them in person, and they find you online and they spew all this garbage at you, whatever format it is. Maybe it's email, maybe it's on your own YouTube account, maybe it's on your social media somewhere, maybe it's directly to your text messages in your phone or whatever. So anyway, there are people out there who will verbally abuse you. And so when this happens, because I know that this happens, this has happened to me, it has happened to my loved ones, it has happened to my friends, it has happened to my colleagues, it has happened to other acquaintances that I have in real life and in the online world. So it happens. Okay, so when you get a hater coming around with some hate, we all have our initial response. And some people, I think a lot of us have a shame response where your stomach just drops, like it just drops, you know, like, ugh, shame response. And then I think a lot of people also have an anger response. And sometimes you have both, right? Your stomach drops and then you're angry, raw. And sometimes maybe you just have anger. But anyway, all that to say, you don't really have control over your initial triggered response to this type of communication, to this type of attack. Because honestly, let's call it what it is. It's an attack on you. Like, goodness gracious. So you don't really have control over the triggered response. You do have control what you do with that response after it happens. Okay, so maybe it's shame, maybe it's anger, maybe it's shame, anger, all rolled into one. Are you going to feed that, or are you going to do something different to redirect yourself? Because if you feed the shame, if you feed the anger, I want you to ask yourself, how is this serving you? How does this make your life better? How does it make your life easier? How does it invite more love and kindness and peace into your life? The answer is it doesn't do any of that stuff. It doesn't really truly serve you. When you're feeding shame and when you're feeding anger, they grow, and that just, oh, it doesn't feel good, you guys. You know this, I know this, we all know this. It doesn't feel good to sit in all that crud, right? So so you choose if you're gonna feed it or not. Now, how the heck do you not feed it? Because sometimes it feels like we don't have control over that part. Sometimes it feels like, oh, this triggered, and then I'm just thinking of all the things, and I'm just like getting all riled up, or I'm getting all down on myself, whatever. How do I have control over this? Okay, you have to change the way that you're thinking. You have to interrupt it somehow. You maybe even have to do something different physically with your body to get away from it, okay? And that's different for different people, so you can experiment with different things and how to do that. But let me share just a mindset or frame of reference for you, okay? When someone comes at you and they are attacking you, you have to know It is not about you at all. It is totally about them. Something about you triggers something in them, some kind of fear, and they feel the need to respond. Okay, they are acting out of, they're getting triggered and they're not controlling that trigger and they are reacting. Okay, so you have to understand and you have to know it's about them and it's about their process and it's about something that they honestly need to be working through and need to be processing through, but they're not, and they're heaping it on you, and it's a whole load of crap, and it's not fair and it's not fun. Okay, you can't control that part, right? You can't control them, you can't control their actions, you can't control what they do, but you can absolutely understand that this is about them and it's not about you. Okay, and so that can be helpful for you in trying to reframe it and trying to process it and to not let it in, right? Now, on the other hand, sometimes we do let it in and it's hard not to, right? So don't be hard on yourself if that happens, okay? Don't beat yourself up like, oh, I know it's just about them, but still it really hurts, and oh, I know I shouldn't care about it, but you know. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace, okay? It's never fun to be attacked in any way, shape, or form. Nobody likes it, okay? So when you find yourself letting that in, you can also do some processing too, because a lot of times, sometimes, what happens is the very thing that we're getting attacked about is some area where we already have an insecurity. If we're truly letting it in and letting it zing us, and we're like believing what they're saying about us, okay, and we're believing that there's some truth or validity to this attack, it's because we have some type of insecurity about that. So do some inner work processing around that. Do some work. What is that insecurity, and how can you create more confidence in that area? That was my dog just jumping down from the couch, which he's not supposed to be on, and now he's on the floor, which is an okay place for him to be. But anyway, just wanted to get on here and I wanted to share my heart about that, and I wanted to encourage you that you are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are amazing, you are strong, you are freaking glorious, you are so awesome. And I don't want you to let haters bring you down or get you down or keep you down, right? So I just want to encourage you. I want to give you a frame of reference and a little bit of understanding and a little bit of how to process that. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I know sometimes it's like, okay, I say, process that, do some work about that. And you might be going, okay, that's nice, but how? If you have a question about that, let me know. I can make a video about how to process something too. We can kind of walk through and do an example of that if we need to. But in the meantime, here you have this. Haters are coming at you. They're gonna hate. That's their own crap. And if you let it zing you, if it really does hurt, if it really hits something, like it hits a nerve, explore that. Look at that. See what kind of insecurity is that pinging in you, and what can you do to do some work around that insecurity and build confidence in that area for yourself. How can you affirm yourself? How can you love yourself? How can you take good emotional care of you surrounding that area? Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And remember, you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. Now go out into the world and walk in that glory. I will talk to you guys soon.